series, Taking Care of Mom and Dad today. On Tuesday, we talked about housing, and this morning we're putting together the care puzzle. By age 80, half of all people have some sort of cognitive impairment, and one of the first areas affected is often finances. 7 in 10 Americans say major barriers prevent their families from communicating openly about who's going to make financial decisions on behalf of an aging parent. So how do you make sure that their legal, medical, and financial care is sound? Well, Jean Chatzky's here. She's today's financial editor. Jean, good morning to you.
Good morning.
This is a difficult conversation to have. You got to start out, you have to have the right legal documents in place.
Right.
Correct?
I'm not a lawyer, you are, but these are the things that you need. First, you need powers of attorney for healthcare and for finance. And essentially, this allows somebody else to step in and take care of paying your bills, trading your stocks, talking to your doctors if you're not able to do so for yourself. And you should not just name one person, you should name a successor just in case. You also need a living will, and that essentially communicates with the doctors, with the hospitals, tells them what you want in terms of end-of-life care should it come to that. And finally, and this is one that people may not know they need, a HIPAA consent form. So HIPAA is the law that's responsible for keeping our medical information private.
Yes.
If you want your parents' doctors to share that information with you, they have to sign a consent.
Sign a release.
The doctors have the forms.
There's also guardianship or conservatorship. What is that, and when do you need that?
Well, hopefully you don't need that. And if you take all the steps we just talked about, you shouldn't need that. But if you don't do this, you may have to go through an expensive and emotional legal process in order to get the control you need to help your parents.
Okay, so if the legal pieces are in place, now the medical care issues.
That's right. So it's important that even if you've got siblings, you've got one point person in the family who's going to be the one communicating with all the doctors. It can get really complicated, and it's easier if they can all just sort of channel the information through one of you.
Preferably a person who's local, living in the same place as the parents.
Yeah, that's right, because going to the appointments in person is really, really helpful. And I learned this from my own mother when she was taking care of my dad. Take notes, write your questions down, and bring them with you, because you're going to be in that room. It's going to be hard to remember everything. And if you can use one medical group, you can empower your doctors to talk to each other, and electronic medical records make this easier. But having it all under the auspices of one roof does make life a little bit easier.
And what about the finances piece of it? And what do you really need to know if you need to take this on for your parents?
So a couple of things. Documents. Where are they? And your parents should talk to you.
Which documents, like a birth certificate, social security card?
Yeah, all of that, but also list of the passwords. Who are all the important people to talk to? The accountant, the financial advisor, the attorney, what your parents want. My stepfather actually has this document that he calls a letter of instruction and suggestion. Not a legal document, but it lays it all out. Where is everything? Who needs to be called? What does he want? What are the passwords? You update it once a year. It's an incredible gift for your kids.
It really is. But this can seem really overwhelming.
Yeah.
I mean, people might think, I don't even know where to begin. What is the first step?
You may want to get some help. You may want to get some help in terms of organizations that are out there to walk you through it. So AARP has great resources. Elder Care is a government resource. The Family Caregiver Alliance can point you in the right direction. And if you've got military members in your family, as we're going to talk about tomorrow, the Veterans Administration is there not just with information, but sometimes with financial assistance as well.
A lot to take care of, but better if you thought ahead, for sure.
No question.
Jean Chatzky, thank you so much. Tomorrow is